Alvin, how important was it for you to get this done and be able to be in position to finish at the same?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was very important, and I think I said it so many times. Like, I want to be here. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. These fans, this organization. I mean, just my career here. I think it's the icing on the cake to be able to say that I won't really have to go anywhere else to play football. Just leave it all here. So thankful for the organization to be able to get this done.
You say that like it's just two more though. Like, could there be another one on the other side of this, or are you looking at it like the next two and then go from there?
Just go from there. I think it's been enough time trying to get this done. So and just think it just really more so, and I mean it when I say this. Like, I'm so focused on just playing, like, and that's been my whole MO. Like, when I said it in camp, like, I'm not as much worried about a contract. I'll worry about it after the season, but obviously we got it done. But I mean, I'm just worried about now kind of trying to turn things around and trying to get it going in the right direction, because I think we got a lot of talent. I think we got a lot of ability, and we're capable of doing something good here. So it don't feel good losing 5 in a row. We got to flip it around.
I'm going to ask you this question bluntly because I think you'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Why did you want to stay a part of this team with the direction it's currently heading?
Man, again, I've been here my whole career. I don't feel like there's another place like New Orleans, quite honestly. I think me leaving here and trying to go and find somewhere else, because there's the reality of it. I could have waited to the end of the season and then just said, all right, I'm going to, visit here, find where I'm going. But I don't think it does me any justice. It doesn't serve me any. I don't think to go somewhere and chase. I mean, you could say you're chasing Super Bowls, you're chasing a better organization, better coaches. Like, it doesn't. I don't think that's the answer. I mean, this city's been loyal to me. This organization's been loyal to me. I don't feel like I would get this same feeling that I get putting on the fleur de lis anywhere else. So I think it was just important for me, and I keep saying it, and you say it, and then people are like, no, he's lying, and I'm like, nah, like, I'm for real. I wouldn't lie about that. If it was the other way around, then nobody would hear anything, and it would just happen, right? So I think it was really important for me to just stay buckled down here, and figure it out whenever it got figured out. And yesterday was the day. I think that it's just special. It's just special here. I think I would lose my flame if I went somewhere else. Honestly, like, and I was talking to my mom about it, and she was like, "Yeah, just stay." My mom don't really know too much about football. She's just like, "Yeah, it's easy." She's looking at convenience, but I'm really looking at the bigger picture and just understanding that for my legacy and for me personally, my mind and just body, everything. I just feel like this is the place for me.
Your self-proclaimed negative Nancy just kind of flies in the face of that. Why are things not as bleak as maybe people on the outside think?
Yeah, like I said, I think we got the right mix here. I think we got the right players in the building. I think we got the right, I think we got the right mindset. We just gotta get going. We gotta get on a good foot. We gotta be more detailed. We gotta come out and be hungrier, and we gotta understand that we don't have time. There's no time to say, okay, well, we'll get them next week, or every week we have to have a mindset of we got to win. We have to win. I'm not really into making excuses as to we just didn't get it done, or we'll be better next week. Like, we got to be better. We got to be better this week, because that's how this league is. It's very competitive, and you don't want to get behind it. You don't want to have a feeling or a cloud over your team, or where, like, because I've been the team that where it was like, man, we gonna win, period. And when you're that team, you go into games and you look at teams and you're like, oh, we're gonna beat them. And I feel like it's been kind of reversed for me these past couple of years. Like, I feel like people are kind of getting that feeling on us, like, oh, we're gonna beat them. Like, they're not a very good team. When in actuality, we across the board, I mean, minus the injuries, we stack up with anybody. So I think we just got to get back to understanding and really realizing that, you know, we can be a great team. I mean, I don't like to go to those first 2 games because it don't really matter at this point. But I mean, you see when we hitting on all cylinders, you know what it could be, and I think it's up to the leaders, the Mario Cam, Derek, Taysom, guys like that, E. McCoy, Marshawn, like just to kind of get everybody feeling back right, get everybody's heads back right, player-wise, you know. Make sure the locker room understands that, you know, we got the right pieces here. We don't have to go and try to search for too much anywhere else. We just got to get healthy and get on the right track and just be accountable, because, I mean, that's the name of this game, accountability. If you don't do your job, then it's your fault. And right now, none of us are really doing our jobs because we're not winning. So it's something collectively that we have to get right in the building to be able to, you know, get the results we want. Those are wins.
When you sent out that tweet Saturday, like shooting down that trade thing, did you realize like the contract was close? So like,
I don't know. I was just on the way to Knoxville. Me and my good buddy, and I caught a flat in Chattanooga, and I went to a discount tire and got a. You know what's so funny about that? Look, I'm on the way to Tennessee. I'm in Chattanooga. My boy is driving. He catches a flat, and my boy Dion catch a flat. Boom. I'm like, dang. So, you know, the tire go flat. We get off on the exit. I'm looking up a tire place, and it's like noon or something. I don't know, whatever time it was. So I'm like, dang, it's going to take a minute to get a tire. So we go to the tire spot, and, you know, you go in. It's like, hey, I need a tire. And they're like, all right, we got you in like an hour 45. We can get it done. So, you know, there's a lot of people sitting in there. So I'm like, I got my hood on. You know how I got my hood on. I'm chilling. So I walk out, and he was like, let me go see the car. I walk out. He walks out with me. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm Alvin Kamara. I'm trying to make it to Knoxville. So he's like, oh, my God, I knew it was you. So shout out to him. I forgot his name, but he got my tire changed. But saying all that to say, I didn't know. Maybe I knew. But I was on the way to Knoxville to go see them and get a good win.
did you shoot down the tweet while you were waiting for your tire?
Yes, that's what I was. I lost track. Yeah, I did shoot it down, and I was just sitting there, and I was just laughing about it because, you know, I think y'all know me pretty well by now. It's not really too much information coming from my side unless you hear it straight from me. So when I saw that, I'm like, first of all, who is this guy? Because I got a lot of that stuff is muted on my socials, like football, anything is kind of muted. So my friend sent it to me, and I'm like, I go and look at it, and I'm like, who is this? Like fantasy something? I'm like, man, what? So I ain't been on social, nothing. I'm like, let me go ahead and shoot this down. Let me embarrass this dude, because where did he get this from? And then my phone started blowing up, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm on the way to Tennessee, so just kind of shift the weight to it.
Is you guys working on this contract since the summer, or is this something happened in the last week or so that, you know?
So me personally, I was when I gave that statement of like I'm just gonna play football and get it done at the end of the year. That was kind of my tone. My agent Brad Sakala, shout out to him because I think he was doing some work behind my back. But you know that sometimes it's a good thing. He was you know talking, keeping talks open with Kai and Mickey and those guys, and kind of just kept it open, kept it going back and forth. Because he'll call me and ask me about it, and I'm like, man, Brad, don't call me about contracts. Like, I feel good right now. I'm just playing. Like, I mean, I feel as good as I can, obviously, with all the injuries and stuff. But I said I feel good. I'm in the right state of mind. Like, there's no anger or animosity, like, for not being able to get it done. It was just like, man, it'll work itself out when it works out, you know. So, you know, I think in the last week and a half, too, Brad kind of got to me. He was like, hey, we got a chance to get this done. And I'm like, you know, because I feel like I'm in a different zone, so I try to limit distractions, and it's a good thing. But for me, it felt like, man, like I just didn't want it. This whole time, I didn't want it to be a kind of like a self-centered thing of like I'm trying to get a contract and I'm trying to do this contract. So I feel like I've been doing a good job of like kind of pushing it to the back, and like nobody's been focused on it, nobody's been talking about it, and it just hasn't been a focal point of, you know, in the building, I think, you know, for the masses, for everybody. Obviously, I knew about it, but I was kind of pushing it to the back because I just felt good playing. I'm trying get some wins and stuff. But Brad kept pushing it, so y'all can thank Brad. I'll call Brad and have him talk to y'all.
Make it more funny, I guess, to see this thing pop up. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I you know, where the rumors come from. I don't know. I almost went along with it, but I was like, nah, this too. That would be sore. That would be a bad thing to do. Yeah, it wouldn't have been good. That probably would have made some people mad. But yeah, it's just I don't know. You gotta give a credible source. You can't just say a source. And I think it said from Chef. It said from Adam. Yeah, he made a whole. I was like, man. I'm like, how do you? I don't know. I guess he got the news he wanted. I guess he got the traction he wanted.
Alvin, when you're talking about kind of like the loyalty the organization has shown you, when they do take care of you like this, does that actually resonate like in the locker room with you guys?
Yeah, I think it does. Obviously, the money that's gonna hit my account don't hit everybody else's account, but I know they looking at it like, man, that's cool because anytime you get paid, not speaking me, just I see a teammate get paid and I'm like, man, it's it's dope, like because it's what a lot of these dudes is doing it for. They're doing it for the money to change their families' lives, and obviously this is just another bag of money that I'm being able to get realistically. My life has already changed, and to be able to do it again and get some more money and have the support of the organization, it means everything. Like I said, so just it wouldn't make any sense for me to lead this city or lead this organization because I just feel like I think we're one and the same now. Like we intertwine. It wouldn't even look right. I don't even think it'll be like Venom. Like when if I put on another uniform, like it'll probably be like my real self trying to rip away from the other uniform. So I'm here, man. I love this city, love this team.
Kind of following up on that, like, do you think it also sends a message about, because the trade deadline is 2 weeks away, like that this team doesn't have an intention to sell and that you guys are still.
Yeah. So with all that, I don't really know how like the cap and stuff, all that works. So I don't know what it. I don't know. I don't think so. I didn't hear anything. If I'll go talk to Mickey and them and I'll ask them and I'll make sure to come tell you if he has that plan.
How do you feel that some of those injured guys back today at practice?
I mean, it felt good. C's is crazy. He's out there. He's moving around. Lucas, Taysom, obviously, he's out there, jolly, all happy and stuff. I mean, when guys get hurt, and I can speak to it too, because you're doing so much rehab and you kind of out of the loop as far as being out at practice and being around the guys. Because you're trying to fight to get back, so you lose some of that time and you lose some of those personalities. So when they come back, it feels good. So it felt good to have those guys out there. And then obviously I haven't been out at practice too much, just mainly walkthroughs and kind of just light, limited practice. But just being out there the whole time today, I mean, it felt good. It's a good feel.
How much did you just appreciate having Taysom back in particular?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he was out there happy, jolly, ready to go. So having him out there is another weapon. It just kind of takes some of the load off the whole offense. And I know he's ready. He's been itching. He's sitting on the sideline kind of. I know Taysom real well, so, he's real calm and collected, but I know he's been itching to get back on the field, so it'll be good to see him.
Yeah, I know you were committed to kind of doing all the work and working through the injuries, but you can look around the league and see how that can change in one play.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like just a little bit of a weight off your shoulders to know, hey, I'm not have that security over the next few years?
I wasn't really thinking about it like that. I'm like, I got a good PT that works on me, Jose Tienda. Put in a lot of hours. You can't. His nickname is Mr. Miyagi. He can't heal bones, but he get close. So, we come in every week and we kind of just assess where everything is at, and we just come up with a plan. Like by Sunday, we got to get to this percent. Or even when I broke my hand, and I came to him and I'm like, man, JT is broke, dog. He like, okay, well, Sunday we'll be able to do this. I'm like, yo, do you hear me? My hand is broke. And he was like, nah, we good. We're going to figure it out. So as long as I can do that and, just try to figure out ways to get, as close to 100 as I can on Sunday, because the reality of this league, nobody's 100%. If you're 100%, then you might be Superman or something, and they need to drug test you. But Nobody's 100% in this league, so it's a race every week to get back to that. And as long as I feel like I can protect myself on the field, then I'm a go. You know, I think more than anything, you know, everybody's like, man, why you playing? Why you playing? Even some of my friends like, bro, you broke your hand, broke this rib, hip, and I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm just in a different state of mind. Like it wasn't even because the contract wasn't done, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to prove that this, that. Like, man, I've been doing this for 8 years. I've been playing, been producing, and I feel like I still can produce. Y'all have asked me that before. Like, how do your body feel? How do you feel? You feel like you can still play, and I feel like I can still play. So, as long as I'm healthy enough to go out on the field and feel like I can get the same production, then I'm gonna go out there and do that. You know, within reason.
What game did you break your hand?
Monday night.
And how did you break your hand?
Routine, just trying to keep myself up on the sideline. Went out, put my hand down, trying to keep myself up.
And then are your ribs still technically broken, or if those?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
I think someone told me that no football player could play with a broken rib, and I was like,
Oh yeah, no, you know, yeah. I done did it twice now, so.
Just to be clear, you bought a discount tire?
Yeah. It was discount tire or something, tire discount something. I asked him for a discount at the end, he didn't give me one.
You don't have any access to like emergency pit crews in the state of Tennessee?
You know, I think we're a little far from Bristol, so next time I'll call Steve Phelps and see if he can give me a pit crew, get me right. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Yeah.